Hello, this is MusicTechHelpGuy, and welcome to part 17 of my pop EDM production series in Logic Pro 10. In this video, we're going to take our vocals from the build-up riser section and create not one, but two separate vocal harmonies from it. You guys are probably fucking sick of flex time and flex pitch by now, but I promise we'll be all done with it soon. Not in this video, but in the next video. After that, we can finally move on to focusing on mixing the track. Just a little word of advice, though. No one ever said that vocal production and tuning was easy, and it's not. It's extremely time-consuming. Sometimes I spend hours just time aligning and tuning stacked vocals. So comparatively, what we've done so far in this song is not actually that bad, considering the time I've actually spent on other clients' songs. So if a future client asks you to tune up and time align multiple vocal tracks, make sure to charge them extra. Okay, so for reference, I have the original mix I did of the song. The vocal harmonies aren't that easily heard in the reference track for the song, so I wanted to make sure that you guys can hear this a cappella, so let's give this a listen.
Tell me how you love me, tell me that you need me, tell me that I'm everything you want me to be. Tell me how I'm fearless, tell me I'm your weakness. You got it bad, you got it bad, so bad, so bad.
So if you heard that, we've got our original two vocals up here, which we tuned in the last video and time aligned in the last video. We've got sort of a harmony up a third here, and then a harmony up a fifth that comes in after the tell me that you, and then comes in on love me. So just so you can kind of hear these separately, let me just solo out the lead vocal here. I'll just pan that center, and then just the up a third harmony. I'm going to point out a couple things in it.
Tell me how you love me, tell me that you need me, tell me that I'm everything you want me to be. Tell me how I'm fearless, tell me I'm your weakness. You got it bad, you got it bad, so bad, so bad.
So this harmony here, the first harmony, is almost consistently up a third, similar to what we did in the verses, but there's one little point right here where she actually goes down and dips underneath the lead vocal because the lead vocal jumps up in register. So let's just hear the harmony by itself.
Tell me how you love me, tell me that you need me, tell me that I'm everything you want me to be.
Right there, and you want me to be, she actually goes down a third below the lead vocal because the lead vocal jumps up quite a bit. Now, the second harmony is up a fifth, give or take, depending on what note you're on, but it's mostly up a fifth. That can be like sort of our starting point.
Tell me how you love me, tell me that you need me, tell me that I'm everything you want me to be. Tell me how I'm fearless, tell me I'm your weakness. You got it bad, you got it bad, so bad, so bad.
And there we go. So let me close out this session and I'll jump over to our session where we haven't done the backing vocals, the harmonies yet, and we will create both of these backing harmonies based on the chorus left or the build-up left track. So I'll be right back in just a moment. All right, so we're in our project session now, and what we have is the left and right lead vocals for the hook build-up section. It sounds like this.
Tell me how you love me, tell me that you need me.
It's fully tuned and time aligned. You notice it doesn't have all the effects on it that the other one had because, again, that one was fully mixed. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take all of this section right here from the first vocal and then this section from the second vocal, and that's going to be the basis for our vocal harmony. So we're going to do some, and we're also going to do some tricky things with the vocal transformer as well to get us there. So the first thing I'm going to do is just duplicate the Vox Hook 1 track. I'm also going to set the pan to center, so I'm going to option click on that. And then we're just going to duplicate that, so we're going to click here. And we're going to copy this down. So I'm going to, with bar mode on and snap regions to relative value on, we are going to hold option and drag this straight down. And there we go. Now what we're going to do... Now what we're going to do, is we're going to grab our marquee tool here, and we're going to drag over this part and delete it. because we don't want it there anymore. Drag over this part, click to separate, and hold Option to drag straight up. So now we've got sort of our harmony reference. So I'm going to call this Vox Harm third, because this one's mostly up a third, and then again in one spot it's down a third. Now for the second harmony, I'm going to double click or click on that again and duplicate this again. So this is going to be our Vox Harm a fifth. So let's say Vox Harm fifth. And then what we'll do is drag over both of these, hold Option, drag it straight down. There we go. So this one we're going to mute for now, or just not solo it. The second vocal we don't really need in there right now. We're going to pull the hook down just so I can play both of these together. That's really the only reason for it. And actually, you know, one thing I'm going to do is just to be consistent, I'm going to separate that tail end on Vox Hook 1. I'm going to pull it up here temporarily. There we go. And we're going to pull this down here, just so we can keep the tuned vocal all on one track. That's really just for continuity purposes. Okay, so we're going to do something a little bit different than last time. We're not going to go in and just manually bump up these notes a third. We're going to do it a little bit quicker this time. I'm going to add the vocal transformer plugin to the Vox third track. So this is under Pitch, Vocal Transformer. Now, the Vocal Transformer is a pitch shift plugin, but it does a lot of other things too. But I've noticed that it pitch shifts pretty well with a minimal amount of artifacts involved. And what we're going to do is we're going to pitch shift this up by +3 semitones, which is up a minor third. Now, remember there was that one little spot where it was down a third, and we'll come back and address that later. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to render this in place. I'm going to just click on the track. I'm going to hit Control B. That pulls up the bounce in place function. And again, I'm going to make sure that the volume, probably before I pull that up, I should make sure that the volume on the track is set to unity. So Option, click on the fader. Make sure that the volume, again, is unity. Make sure the pan is in the center, and then we can go ahead and we can bounce that in place. So Control B. I'll just call this Vox Harm third again. And we are not going to bypass the effects plugins. We will include the audio tail, although I don't think it really matters here. And we'll hit OK. So what we're going to get is a rendered track that's been pitch shifted up a third. So let's give that a listen just by itself.
Tell me how you love me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be.
Now, that's not, I mean, it just basically sounds like it's been parallel transposed. And if you play this with the original vocal.
Tell me how you love me. Tell me that you need me.
Part of the problem with parallel harmony is that it doesn't stay within the key. So what we're going to do is we are going to click on that track, turn on flex pitch again. And we're just going to basically play with the notes that don't make sense. So we can delete this Vox Harm third track here. And let's double click on that. Open this up. And basically the song is in the key of B minor. So everything should be B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G, A, or B. So anything that's outside of that is wrong. So if we look here, we've got an F right here that needs to be an F sharp. So what we can do is sort of like batch process these notes. So anything that's on F here is actually going to be transposed up to F sharp. So we just click on the F on the side of the flex pitch editor here. It'll select all the notes on F, and we can pull this up to F sharp. Now, let's see if there's anything else that's weird in here. Actually, let me just go ahead and listen to it. I'm going to listen to it soloed by itself, so let's unsolo the hook vocal.
Tell me how you love me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be.
This is the one that's going to go down. We'll worry about that later.
You want me to be.
And this should be, well, it doesn't matter because we're going to change it later, but B flat should be B sharp, should be B natural. Oh, here, let's see, we got, okay, never mind.
Want me to be? Tell me how I'm fearless. Tell me I'm your weakness. You got it bad. You got it bad, so bad, so bad.
So it looks like we got one note down here that kind of hit E, and it wasn't registered by the F that we selected before. So we'll pull that up to F sharp as well. There we go. It's not, is it there? Oh no, it's not quite there. Let's pull it up one more. There we go. So then I'm just gonna hit Command A to select all these. Oh, you know what? Let's go over to the tail end here. Let's make sure that looks okay or sounds okay.
You got it bad, so bad.
Okay. Select all of these. We are going to pitch correct all of them 100%. That one part right here
You want me to be?
doesn't matter, so I'm going to delete those. And on the vocal harmony, I'm going to pull down the vibrato substantially. So go to like 40 or 50%. There you go. Let's give that a listen.
Tell me how you love me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be. Tell me how I'm fearless. Tell me I'm your weakness. You got it bad. You got it bad, so bad, so bad.
These notes down here I'm going to delete. I think those are consonant sounds, so we'll get rid of those.
So bad, so bad.
And then the last section.
You got it bad, so bad.
It's a little bit of glitchiness in there, but we'll hide that. So I just wanted to show you that it's a quicker technique than manually adjusting every single note, because sometimes the pitch adjustment can be better if you use the the vocal transformer as opposed to using flex time, especially when we bump it up to the extreme with like a fifth in flex pitch just doesn't sound good. So let's listen to both of these together.
Tell me how you love me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be. Tell me how I'm fearless. Tell me I'm your weakness. You got it bad. You got it bad, so bad, so bad.
And then the tail end here.
You got it bad, so bad.
All right, cool. Everything's good there. Except for that one little spot right here where she goes down a third. So this time on the Vox hook, I probably shouldn't have deleted that track I had up there earlier, but I'll just go ahead and reduplicate this track, re-pull this down. There we go. And we will, again, set this to Unity, throw the vocal transformer on there. Again, it's under pitch, vocal transformer. And this time we're going to go down by I believe it's I don't think it's a minor third, because if you're going up a minor third, the opposite of would be going down a major. Well, I understand. If you go up a minor third, the opposite is actually going down a major sixth. I understand that, but triadically, chordally, we'd be going down a major third, which is 4 semitones at that point. So what I'm going to do is just at that one point, crop out that one note and then edit its notes, and then I'll sort of blend these two together. So this is down a major third now. So I'll just hit Control B. I'll just call this Vox Harm down a third. I'll include the audio tail, even though I don't think it really matters. There we go. Let's delete the duplicated track. And let's just sort of crop out that one little spot.
You want me to be?
So right here. Let me go ahead and turn off my snap. Drag over that. Click on it. Delete that. Delete that. And then on the Vox Harm third track, we'll also delete all of... Whoops. Let me get out of flex pitch here. Let's go ahead and delete all of that. There we go. And then we'll turn on flex pitch on just this upper track here. All right, let's give that a listen. Let me make sure my cursor's in the right place, though. Here we go.
That
sounds a little funky. Let's solo that out. There we go. And I think, let's see, we've got D, Yeah, this D sharp shouldn't be, or E flat, whatever you want to call it, should be E natural. And then this F should be F sharp. Again, just following the key of the song. So let's see what all of that sounds like now. Let's just bring in our hook. We got the third up and the third down, just that one spot. Let's give this a listen.
Tell me how you love me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be. Tell me how I'm fearless.
Cool. The only thing I forgot to do was requantize all this to the grid. So we'll pitch correct it. We'll pull down the vibrato to about... You know what? Let's pull the vibrato even further down. Sometimes it helps to blend some of the consonant sounds in better if your harmonies are a little bit more flat, if you will. It's not always the best choice, but I think here it makes sense. So we'll go down to the 20s. Let's give that a listen. And if there's still some artifacts in there, we're going to hide it substantially with EQ. We'll be cutting out a lot of the high end in these vocal harmony tracks later.
Tell me how you love me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be. Tell me how I'm fearless. Tell me I'm your weakness.
Awesome. So that sounds good. Let's render all of this as a new harmony track. So again, with both of these pan center and their volume at unity, we're going to drag over both of them and hit Control B. And I'm just going to call this Vox Harm 1. There we go. So we can delete this one. We can delete this one. And then we can focus on the harmony of a fifth now. All right, I'm back. What we're going to do now is we're going to work on our harmony of a fifth. And harmonizing in a fifth is not always as easy as it may sound, because if you just harmonize it in a straight fifth, it doesn't always work out correctly because it makes the vocals sound like chords, which sounds cool by itself, but as soon as you add the music back in, you'll notice that it just doesn't make sense. So there's some notes we're going to have to go in and alter to match the particular chord in the chord progression of the song. So to start, I'm going to add the vocal transformer to this track, just like we did before. We're going to pitch this up +7 semitones, which is a perfect fifth. It's an interval of a perfect fifth up, and it sounds like this.
Tell me how you love me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be. Tell me how I'm fearless. Tell me I'm your weakness. You got it bad. You got it bad, so bad, so bad.
All right, cool. So I'm going to drag over both of those, hit Control B, make sure that bypass plugins is not on. I'll include the audio tail. Again, I don't think I need it, but I am going to set the volume to unity. So option click on that. Let me just close out the window. There we go. Make sure that the pan is set to center. And I'll call this Vox fifth. Hit OK. And we've got the whole thing pitch shifted up a fifth, so we can delete that track. Let's turn on flex time on this track, or flex pitch rather. Wait for the analysis. Solo that out by itself. A double click on it. And let's go in here and make sure everything's separated correctly, because as you pull further and further away from the original recording, you'll notice things like this, where the note doesn't get separated. So let's go ahead and use the scissors tool and cut that up. Oops, I didn't mean to do it twice. There we go.
Tell me how you love me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be. Tell me how I'm fearless. Tell me I'm your weakness. You got it bad. You got it bad, so...
This one right here.
You got it bad.
Sounds like this needs to go down. There we go. Whoops, I did not mean to do that.
You need me. Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be. Tell me how I'm fearless. Tell me I'm your weakness. You got it bad. You got it bad, so bad, so bad.
Cool. This one can go away. So when you listen to this by itself, you get this sort of parallel perfect fifth harmony with the lead vocal.
Tell me how you love me. Tell me that you need me.
And if you throw in the second harmony, or the first harmony rather.
Tell me how you love me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be.
out of context sounds pretty cool, but when you throw the song in, the note of a fifth here is going to conflict with the key and the chord progression of the song. So there's some things we're going to have to do to alter this. So again, the first thing I'm going to sort of do is I'm going to sort of take this like phrase by phrase, as opposed to what I did before where I just kind of transposed everything. I'm going to take this phrase by phrase, and honest to God, the way I did this is, like, I understand chords and music theory and all that, but what I basically did is I went through phrase by phrase and just listened to each phrase and said to myself, does this sound good? You know, and does it match up with the key of the song? And that's honest to God how I got the result in the final song. So it doesn't always work out, you know. There's not always an easy way to do it, is what I'm trying to say. One thing we're going to do first, though, is we're going to take out these first couple words here.
Tell me how you love me.
Because this one doesn't come in until love me. So I'm going to cut that out. Zoom in real close. Do a fade. And then we'll open that back up in flex pitch. All right. So love me, the word love me.
You love me.
Is supposed to be B, F sharp. And I'll keep the A there just because it sort of fits. It's sort of like the scooped part of the note.
You love me. Tell me that you need.
Now this is B, C sharp, B. Instead of going down, we're going to try going up instead. And then here for this B, instead of going down, we're going to try going up to D.
You love me. Tell me that you need me.
And then here, instead of going down to F sharp, we're going to go up to G. And the reason I do that is because the next chord that's here has a D and a G in it. So it sort of fits within the chord progression of the song.
You love me. Tell me that you need me.
Plus, it just sounds cool. So I'm going to sort of tune these up as I go. All right, so I've tuned this one up. I'm gonna save the vibrato adjustment for the end, though. So let's just listen to what this sounds like.
You love me. Tell me that you need me. Love me. Tell me that you need me.
All right, cool. That little flat part of the G there should come out once we take out the vibrato. The next part, let's just drag over that.
Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be.
Yeah, sounds a little weird. I think this is B, C sharp, B, and I don't know if, let me see if it sounds better if I go up to D like we did over here. You know, we went B, C sharp, B. Oh, you know what? C sharp again. I wonder if that would sound better.
Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be.
No, I think we're just going to stay here.
Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be.
Yeah, and then the want me to be part. Let's try that.
Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be.
A little too far. I think let's go down to B here. Go down to C sharp. Go down to D. Just the first three notes of the scale.
Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be.
No.
Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be. Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be.
So yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of just trial and error here, you know. Let me just listen to this one spot here. You know, I think this is supposed to be C sharp and B. Let's try that out.
Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be.
Yeah.
Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be.
And I think this me too, this word right here, is supposed to be split up. Let's split that up. Yeah. There we go. That's what it's supposed to be. E, C sharp, B.
Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be.
Now the next section should be the same as the first section, so we keep it the same as is, but then at the end we go up B, C sharp, D, and then G. So let's jump over here.
Tell me how I'm fearless. Tell me I'm your weakness.
Yeah. This should be G. Now this note's kind of split up, so I'm going to grab all three of these and pull this top note up to D here. That should be okay. All three of these notes are within the key B, C sharp, and D. They're not perfectly tuned yet, but...
Tell me how I'm fearless. Tell me I'm your weakness.
There we go. Let's tune all of that up real quick. Drag over all those. Pull the pitch correction all the way up. Let's give all that a listen.
Love me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be. Tell me how I'm fearless. Tell me I'm your weakness. You got it bad. You got it bad, so bad, so bad. Now
the end part here is a little bit different. What we got to do is I think it's C sharp, B. Let's see.
You got it bad, so bad, so bad.
Yeah, and by the way, just ignore the pops and clicks in there.
You got it bad, so...
I think I went up here. I think this last note ends on B. These two end on C sharp.
You got it bad, so bad, so bad.
I might be jumping up too soon there.
You got it bad, so bad, so bad. You got it bad, so bad, so...
I think this stays down. This stays down at C sharp.
You got it bad, so bad, so bad.
Okay, so I made one mistake. The C sharp here is supposed to be a B still. And the E up here is supposed to be a C sharp. It doesn't actually go up that high.
You got it bad, so bad, so bad.
There we go. Sorry, I couldn't get rid of the popping noise. For whatever reason, when I do a screen capture while I'm trying to do some heavy CPU tasks in Logic, I always get those crackles. So, all right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Command A. We're going to pitch correct all of these, which I think there we go. And then I'm going to pull the vibrato down just like we did before, down into the 20s. And if you're wondering why I'm not tuning up this last section over here, it's because the harmony of a fifth is not included in this part. So I can actually drag over this and just hit delete. So let's give all three of these one last listen. Actually, all four of these. Let's go ahead and pan this one back over to the left. Let's pan Vox Harmony 1 over to the right a bit and the fifth over to the left. And we'll give this a listen. And we'll see what all of this together sounds like.
Tell me how you love me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be. Tell me how I'm fearless. Tell me I'm your weakness. You got it bad. You got it bad, so bad, so bad.
All right, sounds good. The last thing I need to do is just join these two together, drag over both, hit J, hit create. Drag over these two and do the same. And again, remember, we're only able to do this because we swapped the first and second hook part, and it renders in all the flex pitch when you do that. So you can go ahead and turn off flex pitch on those tracks, although I don't want to do it on the bottom one. So let's deselect that one and just do it on the top two. And on the bottom one here, what I'll do is set the pan back to center, make sure that the volume is unity, click on the track and hit Control B, and we'll call this Vox Harm 2. It'll put that down on another track. And now all four of our tracks have the flex pitch rendered into the track, so we no longer have to worry about any of that.
Tell me how you love me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me that I'm everything you want me to be.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, if you'd like to work along with me, you can purchase and download the multi-track session for this series in the comments section below. It really helps out the channel when you do that. It really is really those purchases are what keep this channel afloat. It's not the AdSense money I make off of advertising, which is basically pennies if you really look at how much I'm making off of AdSense advertising. So really, downloads for these sessions are really what help this channel stay afloat. So I really appreciate all the support I've gotten so far. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.